gonna come back together. Let's see what you have so far. So let's first discuss let's do properties first. I'm gonna put properties over here. And then we'll come up with some pictures as well. So far, what do you know about the cell membrane in terms of any properties or anything you know about the cell membrane?
It's got floating parts.
Floating parts. Floating parts. Let's see. Anybody remember what we called that? They're floating and they had like a special name. They floated, but they like fit together like artwork and made of different pieces and something about
Tile.
something about mosaic. Yeah. Anybody remember?
Mosaic.
What's it called?
Mosaic. Got that.
Fluid. Mosaic model. We'll come back to that. So floaty parts is what we're going with on that one. Okay. All right. What about? Well, what else? What do you? Emily, you were gonna say something else. Semi-permeable. Okay. So what role does the semi-permeable? Well, let's think about what you know. What does the membrane do? It does three things. Remember those three things? What does it do?
Lets things in and out.
Can go in and out. We call that regulation, right? Regulation. That means what can go in and out. So what does this mean? This means what can go in and out. And we described that as semi-permeable. That seems like semi-permeable might be a key term. Key term! Oh, going. So semi-permeable would be a key term for regulation there. Just anywhere over there. What does semi-permeable mean? Oh, you don't remember now.
We have just landed on the moon. Check 1, check 2.
Semi-permeable. What does semi-permeable mean?
Allows certain things in.
Yes, some things can go in, but not everything can go in, right? Okay, so that's regulation. What's another role that the cell membrane takes or has?
Shape.
Shape, yep. Okay, so shape.
Allows certain things
phospholipids. Okay, so the phospholipids can actually move around. The phospholipids can move around. So this means that it's fluid, it can move. Okay. Is this all that's in the membrane? It's a mosaic. So if it was a mosaic, it would have to include more than one ingredient, right? Ooh, some proteins might be in there. Do we have any sense of what those proteins might look like? Not yet, right? But we might think, so we might want to know, a question that seems like we want to know is, what else is in the membrane? That's a good question for us to want to think about. And then sort of how does it behave, maybe? Like how does it actually move? Because we have the sense that it does move, but do we know exactly how it moves right now? No. Okay, that's all right. What do we know about the membrane, though, in some way about it, how it can move? Think back to the Golgi and ER. They have a membrane that's just the same thing as this. So the Golgi and the ER, they had like a little package that can travel